In the early 2000s, the WB network was the undisputed home of teen television. Dawson's Creek, Gilmore Girls, Smallville, One Tree Hill. If you were a teenager with a remote control, the WB owned your Thursday night and to anchor their comedy lineup. They made a casting decision that looked simple on paper but was actually kind of genius. They paired Jennie Garth, Beverly Hills 90,000 to 110 royalty, a woman who had already survived one of the most intense fame machines the 90s produced, with Amanda Bynes, the most naturally gifted comedic actress of her generation. On screen they were sisters. Off-screen they were two completely different stories about what Hollywood does to the people it builds its empires around. Jennie Garth came into What I Like About You as a veteran, and that word, a veteran, does not begin to capture what surviving 90,210 actually required. Beverly Hills 90,210 ran for 10 seasons. 10 years of tabloid scrutiny, intense public pressure, and the specific kind of fame that the 90s produced, which came with no social media buffer, no way to control your own narrative, and a press culture that treated young actresses as public property. Garth navigated all of it. She built a career that outlasted the chaos, maintained her professional reputation, and arrived on the set of What I Like About You as exactly the kind of stabilizing force a younger co-star needed beside her. She has continued working steadily ever since, Dancing with the Stars, 90,210 reboots, her own podcasts, a personal life she has rebuilt publicly and honestly after significant difficulty. Jennie Garth is what Hollywood survival actually looks like. Not glamorous, not without cost, but intact. And then there was Amanda Bynes. Let's be very clear about something before anything else. Amanda Bynes was not just talented. She was a once-in-a-generation comedic talent. She joined all that at 10 years old and was immediately the funniest person on the screen. The Amanda Show was built entirely around her ability to carry sketch comedy at an age when most kids are figuring out middle school. By the time What I Like About You began filming, she was carrying a hit sitcom, a film career that included She's the Man and Hairspray, and The Weight of Being, the face of an entire network's comedy identity. All of it, simultaneously, from childhood, the tabloid era that followed her as well, documented and does not need to be sensationalized here. What matters is the context. Amanda Bynes was never given the space to be a person separate from the product the industry built around her. When the pressure became unbearable, the industry that had profited from her for years watched from a distance. She stepped away from acting in 2010, spent years navigating mental health and legal challenges. A conservatorship that lasted 9 years. She has been slowly, quietly rebuilding on her own terms ever since. While the two leads lived out very different versions of the Hollywood story, the supporting cast of What I Like About You did something remarkable. They quietly became pillars of modern television. Leslie Grossman became a Ryan Murphy regular, appearing in American Horror Story, Nip Tuck, and the Netflix Menendez Brothers documentary series. Wesley Jonathan has maintained a steady acting career across film and television for over 2 decades. Nick Zano became a DC Universe regular on Legends of Tomorrow. Allison Munn most recently voiced characters on Family Guy in 2025. None of them became tabloid stories. None of them became cautionary tales. They just kept working out, building careers out of the public eye with the kind of quiet professionalism the industry rarely celebrates because it does not generate headlines. What I Like About You ran for 4 seasons and was canceled in 2006. For nearly 20 years it lived in relative obscurity until Netflix added it to its library, and an entirely new generation found it. And what they found was a time capsule. Two different eras of teen royalty sharing a screen. A 90s survivor and a 2000s prodigy, both extraordinary. Both shaped by the same industry, both carrying costs the audience never saw. The show was called What I Like About You. Looking back, what the industry liked about both of them was how much they could carry, and how little it had to give back.